So you're in the market for a two-row mid-size SUV and you landed on this video, the 2020 Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport, which comes in 3 trim levels, 2 engine options. This is basically the Atlas with 1 fewer rows, same wheelbase, a little bit shorter overall, pretty comfy on the inside. And it's got a price point between 30 and 50 grand. Today, some of the pros and cons, run down the numbers for you, give you some demonstrations, all of that. And at the very end, I'll throw in some musical video montage so I can round out the complete review for you with more footage. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with the pros and cons. First, the positives. It has a sleek, more aggressive style than the original Volkswagen Atlas. It has a good combination of athletic handling and everyday comfort. Spacious interior and second row legroom is terrific. It has super competitive cargo volume in this 2-row midsize SUV segment and has a straightforward cabin design. As far as the cons, so-so fuel economy compared to its rivals, more on that in a little bit. Probably looks too similar to the Atlas, which may confuse shoppers at first glance until they get up close and personal. Could use a bit more punch when accelerating, and the infotainment graphics lack personality and color. As mentioned, there are 2 powertrain options available. There's the base 2-liter 4-cylinder. Both are mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard. All-wheel drive or 4Motion is optional. We happen to have the 4Motion for us. So in the base trim level, there's 235 horses, 258 pound-feet of torque. Now ours here, we're lucky to have the bigger, the more powerful engine, the 3.6-liter V6. 276 horsepower, 266 pound-feet of torque. This can tow up to 5,000 pounds. Fuel economy is a little more challenged with the 3.6-liter all-wheel drive. 16 city, 22 highway. I've been getting around 20 in mixed driving, so that's above the 19 that Volkswagen is projecting. Otherwise, it's 21, 24 in the 2-liter 4-cylinder. Again, both made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Some of the main rivals with the Atlas Cross Sport in the 2-row midsize SUV category include the Honda Passport, Ford Edge, Jeep Grand Cherokee, Chevy Blazer, Subaru Outback, and Hyundai Santa Fe. So how's the Atlas Cross Sport compared to its rivals in fuel economy? It's toward the bottom. The best case scenario is the Subaru Outback up to 26 city, 33 highway, followed by the Hyundai Santa Fe at 22 city, 29 highway, the Blazer at 21, 28, Ford Edge 21, 29, the Cross Sport at 21, 24, then the Honda Passport between 20 and 25, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee between 19 and 26. Here's a look at the Atlas Cross Sport by the numbers and how it compares to its 3-row big brother. Length is 195.5 inches compared to 198.3 with the Atlas. Width is the same at 78.3 inches, as is the ground clearance at 8 inches. Height is 67.8 as opposed to 70. Wheelbase is the same, 117.3, and curb weight is between 4,150 and 4,700 pounds versus the Atlas at 4,500 pounds. Now with the camera off the tripod, I'm going handheld, take you inside the cabin, give you a tour, along with my trusty companion Hershey. So let's go. Excuse me, Hersh. Slide over, baby. All right. We do have a push button start, which is down here as opposed to up here somewhere. So push button start. And there's my fuel economy right there where I said at 20 miles per gallon. Now, if you have a compatible smartphone, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Mirror Link is available with the Cross Sport. And I have plugged in my phone just down there, but there's also a wireless charging pad, so you can have your phone charged up and you can use Bluetooth versus having to plug it into the USB to connect to your phone directly. All right, let's take a look at the menus here. You have swipeable menus, climate controls, the settings, sound, navigation, obviously, radio, telephone, vehicle information. Click on that. Check out the status of your vehicle. With their voice operations, obviously you can see what on screen it has. You can call somebody, you can select an artist with your media, channel select, navigation, and so on. Down below here, you'll see this dial. This is for all the different drive modes the Cross Sport has to offer. I'm gonna turn the dial It'll all show up here in the information display, which is an 8-inch touchscreen. So I'm going to turn it to the left, and that's going to bring us to snow mode. Turn to the right one. I've got the different options for Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. I've been in Normal basically all the time, but you do have the option to go a little sportier. Turn over one more time. We've got Off-Road, and then there's the Off-Road Custom, and of course you can just make all these different adjustments. So that's all controlled by your dial down below. Climate control is pretty standard. Got heated and cooled seats because we have all the different options on our vehicle. Parking brake. And there's also a parking assist, which I'm not having activated right now. But when I hit the parking, it also has a camera on it, and you can see in the display, it shows the entire car and all the cameras around it. Different quadrants. I can tap the quadrant, and it'll show me what that view is. To the right, left of the car, behind the car, and of course the lane lines, which do move when you move the steering wheel. So if you're backing into a parking spot, this helps you guide in safely. Again, the front has different angles of what's in front of you. This doesn't touch, but you'll get it all by touching right there. With the navigation screen, it is a pinch and zoom or pinch and widen out, squeeze in to a little bit wider there. You can see that we're in Spokane, Washington. Where's Spokane, Washington, Dave? Well, it's on the opposite side of the state as the Emerald City of Seattle, Washington. So that's where I live, and that's where all my vehicles come from. Either come from Seattle or they come from Portland. And Portland, little fun fact, is where I was born. All right, here are your steering wheel mounted controls and the instrument cluster, which doesn't have a lot of color, but the information is valuable. So I can hit this view button and it changes the overall look of the instrument cluster. You can see how we've got the speed on the left, speed on the right. I've got my average miles per gallon on the left, along with my tank and all the other pertinent information. I'll take that off. Now these buttons here, see I got the Bluetooth with my phone on right now, so that's my username. I can go between vehicle status, driving data, assist systems, navigation, Bluetooth, there's that Bluetooth option. Left hand side, change with your volume on your radio. This right here is the different assist systems. So the lane assist, blind spot monitor, rear traffic alert, front assist, cruise control as well. Got Bluetooth technology available, so you can just talk to the car and answer the phone with your steering wheel mounted controls. They got a heated steering wheel option. So all that's right there. All right, my friend, here is your real world look at your backseat legroom and headroom. First of all, you notice how wide the door opens and swings. So convenient if you have a child car seat to slide back here and you need room to get back here as well. This is a nice little bonus. And we've got the sunshade on ours. Okay, so I am 5'11" officially. This is my position as a driver up front, so put yourself in my shoes. If you are a 6-footer, you're gonna be okay in the middle row. Look how much room I have. This is ginormous. Getting inside, super easy, barely an inconvenience. I love how open this is. We have the panoramic sunroof, moonroof. It's kind of a screen mesh look here, so I'm still feeling some of the heat in here, but it does keep out most of the sunlight. It's a nice, airy cabin, very comfortable here on the interior. Here is the headroom. Again, I'm 5'11". Even with the panoramic sunroof, I don't feel too crowded, too cramped or claustrophobic inside. So this is going to be pretty decent again for those of you who might be 6'1", 6'2". I think you'll be okay and comfortable inside. This does also feature looking at 3 O-blank handles, basically grab handles. I call them O-blank handles because when you grab one, you usually say O expletive, you know what I mean? Okay. And here is the fold down armrest, which has 3, technically 2 regular size cup holders and then something there in the center. I'm not sure what you'd use it for, but you have that option. But this car as a total has almost a dozen cup holders, which seems a little overkill considering you can only have really 5 passengers in the vehicle. But hey, the more the merrier, right? If 10 is good, 11's better. 11's good, 12's better. I like the fact that they have 2 USB ports back here for the passenger so you can keep your smart devices or your tablets and iPads charged up so everyone doesn't have to worry about,
using the ones up front. So with that, let's take a look at the cargo room and trunk space. All right, cargo volume and access to the storage area. There are a number of options. There's one here on the key fob. Press and hold that. There's also a button in the door panel, of course, next to the driver. You can press the button just below the Volkswagen logo down here. It's a soft pad, you'll feel that. The fourth way, this is the cool way, is your hands are full, you're holding the baby, you're holding the groceries, whatever it may be. The old kick technique, foot underneath here, pull it away, does some beeping, and it'll open up automatically. Gotta love that convenience feature. So here you go, 40 cubic feet of cargo volume, 40. With the 2 rows in the Cross Sport, you're getting a lot more versatility and space because, of course, 1 less row, and you've got a lot more room, as you saw before, with passenger space in the middle row. And you got 40 cubic feet here. Also, you notice here they've supplied us with a Muddy Buddy by WeatherTech. So if you want to bring your animals with you and they're out getting dirty, you want to throw your fishing equipment, sports equipment, whatever may be soiled or dirty or messy, this will keep it safe on the inside. Folding down that middle row, you do it from inside. So behind the driver's seat, you pull the lever, it folds down flat, and then you do the same thing with the seat behind the passenger seat. So with both those seats folded down now, here's what it looks like, 77 and change in terms of cubic feet of cargo volume. I like it. It looks large, and considering this is 2 rows versus 3 rows, I'll take this option because I want more room behind the 3rd row versus the fuller size Atlas. But that's just my perspective and my preference. Anyways, when you're ready to walk away, you can press the button here along the edge, folds down fairly quickly, and you are good to go.
How does the Atlas Cross Sport stack up against its competition in terms of cargo volume? Well, near the top. The Honda Passport is only better at 41.2 cubic feet behind the back row and an overall number of 77.7. Ford Edge has 39.2 cubic feet of volume behind the 3rd row and 73.4 overall. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, 36.3 and 68.3. The Blazer at 30.5, pretty low, and 66.2. The Subaru Outback, 32.5 and 75.7. And the Hyundai Santa Fe at 35.9 cubic feet and 71.3 cubic feet overall. The Atlas Cross Sport does have a competitive starting MSRP right in the middle of its rivals. From lowest to highest, we're looking at the Hyundai Santa Fe, starts at just under 27 grand. The Outback, 27,655. The Blazer at 28,800. Then you have the Atlas Cross Sport, starts at 30,545. The Jeep Grand Cherokee, 32,150. The Ford Edge, 32,195. And the Honda Passport at 33,110.
Again, the MSRP range on this all-new Cross Sport from Volkswagen is between $30,000 and $50,000. We, of course, have the top trim level, the SEL Premium R-Line, so we have everything possible that you could ask for in this vehicle. Ours is just over 51 grand. Lots of pros and cons to think about in your shopping process. Hope this helps out. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson, and as promised, here is a video montage, more of this vehicle, both inside and out. See you next time. Adios.
watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.
One more thing before you go, I've added links in the description below to some of the best-selling automotive accessories and products on Amazon right now, plus links to some of the product reviews I've done. You can find it in the description below this video. And if you don't mind, take a couple of seconds and click that subscribe button. I'm uploading 2, 3, sometimes 4 new videos every week, and I don't want you to miss anything, plus it helps support my channel. As always, if you have any constructive criticism, thoughts, or suggestions about my video, please leave it in the comment section below.